I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Death of 46-year-old George Floyd.
George Floyd.
The death of George Floyd, why so many poured into the streets.
Obviously, such deep pain.
How volatile things and unpredictable things have been.
The situation here in Santa Monica, California is very fluid.
Overnight, Minneapolis on fire.
There were a number of officers hurt.
As thousands call for defunding police.
That the only way to reduce police violence and police brutality is to slash police budgets.
Won't be defunding, there won't be dismantling of our police.
You know, Joe Biden doesn't support defunding the police either.
I don't support defunding the police.
But the research does show that more police on the street means less crime.
The city cuts the police budget. She said not only will they not add officers, they will lose officers in a city with rising crime.
I don't agree with defunding the police department.
Nobody is going to defund the police. We can restructure.
The job of a police officer is to help when people are hurting.
One day there'll be no more waiting left for our souls. One day there'll be no more children longing for home. One day when the kingdom comes right here where we stand, we will see the promised land.
My name is Chuck Kirstel. I'm a crisis professional. I have been doing behavioral health services for over 3 decades.
David Bertram, I'm a police officer with Wausau PD. Currently Special Assignment Crisis Assessment Response Team, or C.A.R.T. I will be celebrating my 8th year in law enforcement in October.
I was always known as a kid, even in the high school, where I was the one that everyone came to when they were having issues, breakups. I've always kind of been the person to just kind of listen.
I served in the Iraq War, had my own demons to deal with. I kind of hit my bumps and bruises along the road before I was a police officer. So it started off with a lot of respect for mental health and what positives can come from that. As I got older and started to understand the world, I found the value in being an active member in society. And when I think about, like, who do I want patrolling my streets when my kids are playing in the front yard or my kids are going to school, and I'm like, I could do that. You know.
This community has always been very special.
We're the largest county in the state, and we're the largest metropolitan area inside that county, but we're only about 30,000 people. We're like the last bastion of civilization. You know, once you go past Wausau, it is just woodland, you know, with little speckles of town here and there.
It's very family-oriented. People are hardworking. See a community that's always been kind of close-knit and kind of working with each other, and agencies working with other agencies and saying, hey, how can we do this? So they're very community-oriented and partnership-oriented.
One day every knee will bow, every tongue will confess. One day when our tired and weary bones find their rest.
We're a city that has intersecting interstates, so drugs are transported through this area constantly. We have a heroin problem, and we have a methamphetamine problem.
I see a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression. Substances along with mental health never do a person good.
And it definitely does not help the mental health problem.
The Crisis Assessment Response Team is a program or a team that meets people where they are.
Really what our focus is to meet citizens where they're at. 45 minutes or 2 hours of messing around trying to figure it out can be the difference of a successful day or a failure, whereas we can be there in minutes.
Meeting people where they are, so that takes the anxiety and the stress down. It dampens it down a bit because they're more comfortable in their environment.
We're going to meet you in your bedroom. We're going to meet you at the store, on the corner, wherever you're at, to give rapid response to that crisis and be able to begin the healing process or the treatment process immediately.
I'm able to look at other things that they may need assistance with. Do they have issues with getting food? Do they have issues with maintaining their utilities? Do they have problems with rent? I get to look at the whole picture versus this snapshot of just what their psychological issues are.
Chuck's got a great line he always uses. He likes to say, sometimes people just need to spew.
Sometimes people just need to spew, right? And they just need to get that negativity out, because negativity breeds negativity. There is no judging. There is no kind of insinuating, you know. If I think something or if I believe something, I'm very open and honest. I'll tell that person, are you using substances? It appears like you're under the influence. I don't hold that back. I'm very honest with people, and I think that that's a lot of respect.
When I get on scene, we'll kind of judge the situation, see if there's any safety parameters we have to worry about. If not, 9 out of 10 times I send the officers away and we get the uniforms out of there, and it's just chucking. No one wants to see a cop on their bad day. We're just here for the crisis today. Yes, I'm a police officer, but I always refer to myself as I'm the mental health officer. That's where my motivation comes from, is face to face I see the difference. So when Marathon County and Wausau PD started the C.A.R.T. program, the Crisis Intervention Training, just that in the first year we saw a huge reduction in emergency detentions and mental health calls. We would love another team.
It does reduce the anxiety and stress of people that are in active crisis. This program should be implemented across the board. This model is an effective way of dealing with mental health and substance abuse issues within communities.
We actually had someone donate enough money to purchase a police vehicle for us. There's assets out there. Grants are out there. Let's build a team. What is it going to take?
It's a benefit to the community, it's a benefit to the agencies, it's a benefit to the world, quite honestly. There are a lot of times people are in an active mental health crisis that may not be doing the right thing legally, but you work on that mental health stuff, and then you're going to decrease the criminality of everything. That's why I do it, to help others.